This is the chart for 3 p.m. Pacific time on Christmas, and I wanted to make this video to show you. I wrote about it in the article that I wrote about the full moon, but you can't really understand what it's about unless I explain like this. So this is very interesting. We have a web of semi-sextiles and a web of semi-squares. And right now, some of the most dominant influences in the sky are almost completely invisible to anyone but an experienced astrologer. Right now we have Mars exactly semi-square Saturn. It's stuck. Mars is going very slow right now because Mars is going to go very slow through Scorpio, and the almost entire next year Mars is going to be retrograding right there. We have Mars semi-square Saturn slowly. That's a frustrating energy. We have a web of them. We have Saturn semi-square Mercury. Mercury semi-square Saturn, to be proper. And we have Mercury semi-square Neptune on the other side. So we have a full web of invisible harsh angles, really. Mercury semi-square Neptune, Mercury semi-square Saturn, Saturn semi-square Mars. It's invisible. It's crazy because I never would have expected it. And most people, it's just crazy. It's very, very weird. You don't see that. You rarely see any semi-sextiles. You don't see Mars semi-sextile Saturn is, maybe once a year transit, if not once every 2 years. We also have a web of semi-sextiles on the bright side. We have Jupiter in the North Node, semi-sextile Mars and Haumea and Spica. We have that all semi-sextile Venus as those two, Jupiter in the North Node, sextile Venus. So we got Mars and Haumea aligned with the star Spica, semi-sextile both. That's very positive. And then, of course, this is the highlight of the whole thing. This. That's what I call a T-trine. That's Jupiter in the North Node being trined by Mercury, Mercury sextile Venus. Mars is going to square Mercury, and that's bad, but what we really have here is that is a configuration of community, love, communication, harmony. We have some real problem aspects in the sky that are barely decipherable. But it's all about love and community. It's all about love and community. That's what it's about. It's very clearly all about love and community. And also we have Venus exactly opposition Sedna, which it might actually be active. I've seen planets conjoin Sedna, and it felt very similar to something that I'm starting to feel right now. But, maybe it's placebo, maybe it's not, maybe, we'll find out. Look to the way that you're socially interacting with people to possibly gauge an effect from Sedna. Because if there is an effect from Sedna, then it's in our Venus. It's in our place of social communication, pleasures. If your pleasures or social behavior right now is weird and crazy all of a sudden, just today, maybe it's Sedna. But that's how we have to test things. Much love. Peace.